Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Tim O'Collie from with another video. Today we got something a little different. We're changing it up. We got a 6v6 link battle, and we're going off a Japanese opponent, going off up against a Japanese opponent. And just by looking here at the team preview, he had a pretty interesting team. I saw that he had the two possible Mega evolutions with the Aerodactyl and the Blaziken, and a pretty scary team. He has a flare just like me. Mine's cooler because mine's orange, but I thought the Lapras to Umbreon was something I was scared of looking at this because I know it's a really stally, really bulky Pokemon. And also the Superior with its Leaf Storms and its hidden ability. So, but I do notice that he doesn't have anything that can really do anything to my Thundurus. I mean, he has the Rock type moves from the Aerodactyl, but I can also hit him back with Electric type moves. He doesn't have any Ground types. He doesn't have any Electric types. So I can Thunder Wave at will pretty much. So from the team preview, that's why I decided to lead off with the Thundurus here. I decided not to lead off with the Rhyperior. I wanted to get Rocks up, but I didn't lead off with Rhyperior because he could have started out with this bad boy but this one wasn't really too big of a deal since it's physical, but it was more the Lapras and the Superior with the special attacks that are 4 times effective. So I should go straight off with the Thunder Wave here, and because I was spearing the speed boost in the possible Mega Evolution. So we get lucky with the first turn para. And here he was first, so I assume that he went for a Protect there. And he gets paralyzed again, so that's really unfortunate for him. And I do get my substitute up. So now he's not going to go for any taunts or anything, but we're still behind a sub, so if we can get rid of this, when the next Pokemon comes in, we'll have to deal with us find a substitute. So I'm going to get a Thunderbolt off. It does quite a bit of damage at 60%. This one's more offensive. On my VGC team, I use a defensive one. On this one, it's a lot more offensive. So we just get the Sky Uppercut and the critical hit. The crit didn't really matter to break the sub, since I don't have much defense. But we're already going to restore a bunch of health up with the leftovers. And he has 3 speed boosts now, so I'm like, hopefully we can still outspeed. And we do. So that's Blaziken taken care of. So it didn't really hurt my team that much, just against the Abomasnow with 4 times effective plus stab, so 6 times effective fire type moves. So it was nice to get rid of that right away. And he was right out into the Lapras, so I get kind of scared here. I'm like, well, is he gonna, like, obviously he has Ice Beam, but like, did he have Ace Shard or something? Is that what he's gonna go for? So he goes straight for the Paralysis, and again, another he's fully paralyzed. So Thundurus is really coming through here. He's already back at full health after that substitute. He's already taken out a Pokemon. I was just trying to slow this thing down more than anything. And we see Thunderbolt again does a decent amount of damage. And he gets paralyzed again. So out of like the first 5 turns, he's gotten paralyzed 4 of them. So Thundurus has already taken down 2 Pokemon. So he's just coming up clutch right here. I mean, this is just a one-man team. He's going to ace the whole team. He's going to take them all by himself. So now he comes in with the Umbreon. So I go for the substitute here in case he wants to go, because it's a setup Pokemon, so he might go for a Toxic. He goes for the Confuse Ray, so it doesn't affect me since I'm behind the substitute. So substitute saved me there. Pretty good play, but there's not much I can do to this since I know it's the wall of his team. And like, I don't really have a need to go for Swagger, and he just goes for the payback here, so I'm like, okay. I thought he might have had the foul play, and I was like, maybe with foul play he won't be able to take me out. Take out my sub, I don't know. But sure enough, it is the payback. So that's going to break my sub even if I don't attack. But here I go for another sub because I'm thinking, okay, well, maybe he's going to think that I'm going to switch out or not go for a sub, and he's going to go for a Confuse Ray again. But sure enough, he just goes for the safe payback. So here I'm wanting to switch out because I don't want to drain all my Thundurus' HP. But the thing is, I'm sort of fearing that he's going to go for a status type move. So if this is the last one, I'm like, okay, well, if he goes for a payback again, that means he's just going to be going payback, payback, payback. So he just go for a payback, so I'm like, okay, a switch-in should be safe. He's probably not going to predict a switch-in or for me to go for anything besides substitute. So he's not going to go for any status. He's just going to go for a payback or some sort of damaging move, I'm sure. That's what I was thinking. So we're still over 50% health. We still got enough for 2 more substitutes. So I switch out here and go straight into my Lucario because I know I'll be able to outspeed this thing and get off an adaptability close combat. So the payback's not going to do much, showing that this Umbreon isn't really that offensive. So he's going to switch out here into the Florges, which I'm perfectly okay with because I know it doesn't have high defenses. And since this is going to be an adaptability, close combat is going to be as if it was just a neutral close combat on a Pokemon. So I'm going to do some massive damage here, which is perfect. I mean, that's what it's going to be, a 2-hit KO. But I won't even need it because I can just go for the bullet punch and finish it off. So we see it does carry the leftovers. So, but I mean, a bullet punch and even another close combat would be able to take it out. I'm sure I outspeed this thing. He goes for a protect just to get a little more leftovers recovery, which is fine. Just waiting for the inevitable. So, which go for the bullet punch here, and sure enough, it is enough to take out the Forges. I mean, we're up 6-3 right now, and things are going fantastic. This Thundurus has come through with the paralysis, with the full paralysis and everything. So we're going to see, here comes in the Aerodactyl. I mean, the Blaziken wasn't Mega, so we can assume that this is going to be the Mega Evolution. I didn't know exactly what it was going to carry to do to me. I know it could carry Taunt. I know that's it had like base 150 speed Mega Aerodactyl. So sure enough, it is Mega Aerodactyl. And see, I feel like this is more like a primal reversion. I feel like it's more like a dinosaur-y one. But he goes for the Earthquake, so I'm glad I switched out. I don't know if it would have knocked me out since it's not stab, but you see it does very, very little to me. I think that would have been like a 4-hit KO, 5-hit KO with my Citrus Berry, maybe even a 6-hit KO. So I go for the Stone Edge, but I miss, which is really unfortunate because it would probably would have done like 50% to the Superior. And now it's going to be able to start setting up on me. So I just switch in my Abomasnow for the resistance. Since my Fortress wouldn't really be able to do anything to this. And he goes, and I'm like, whoa, that's a lot of damage. It's over 50%. And we see it's a critical hit. So we know that critical hit matters because now he's going to be able to 2-hit KO me with the Leaf Storm. So if he didn't, I would have been able to get off a Blizzard and I would have taken this thing out easily. So, I mean, and I can't complain. I've had some really good luck with those paralysis, so it's only fair my opponent gets some luck. So he's already at +4 special attack. And there's not much that can stop this thing on my team. So I go into the Thundurus here. I just want to slow it down. That's all I do. I don't care for the full paralysis. I don't care for anything. I just want to slow this thing down so I can bring something in like the Cloyster and finish it off. But he gets fully paralyzed there, which is really unfortunate. For him, of course, not for us. But, I mean, still not going to make... It's not too big of a deal. Because right now, like, Thundurus isn't really that important anymore. But he's going to switch out. He might have been fearing, like, the Hidden Power Ice or the Hidden Power Fire. And he goes back into the Umbreon. So, I just go for the Thunderbolt, because, like I said, I didn't mind if this thing went down. I just want to get some damage off. So... Umbreon's getting pretty low. I'm thinking another Thunderbolt would be able to take him out. So I do go for the Thunderbolt, but it's not enough. It takes him down to red, and here he goes for the Moonlight. And this is when I saw this, I was like, you've got to be kidding me. The thing is, if you look, he only restored 25% health, and that's because the hail's up. So that's what saved me. Because if you use Moonlight and Sand or Hail, and I think maybe even Rain, it only restores a quarter. So we got lucky there. Here I go for the Swagger. And this is why I like Swagger, so it can deal with these support Pokemon that just sit there, inflict your team with status, and just heal up. So even as the Lumberry, so I just gave him +2 attack. So that's going to be able to take down my Thundurus. I don't know if he would have taken me out if I didn't give him the Swagger boost. But it's fine with me because it's a free switch into my Lucario. And he can't switch anything into this. So he just lets his Umbreon go down. So his wall's down. Thanks to the hail. Well, I don't know because I still might have come in even if he was at full health with the Moonlight, he could have gotten more HP and I would have taken out with one shot with the close combat. So here he brings back in the Aerodactyl. So I know it's going for the Earthquake. And even if it's not, it doesn't matter. It can't do too much to my Rhyperior. And he goes for another Earthquake. So here I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, he's only got 2 Pokemon left. And I ate up my Citrus, so I can take like 2 or 3 more Earthquakes. And here I'm like, he's probably going to switch out. and even if he doesn't, it's fine. I decided to go for the Stealth Rocks here because I'm like, when he brings back in his Aerodactyl, it's going to take 25% damage, and I I I think that with my Lucario, and a Bullet Punch can take him out from that range. So that's what I wanted to get. I even get a Stone Edge off on this Superior, which is perfect because now my Lucario can come in and just finish up the rest of his team. So that's what I was doing, is I was trying to set myself up to win the game. Here I come in with the Cloyster because I don't see any harm in it. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to go for the Shell Smash, because, I mean, Shell Smash and Ice-type moves would also finish my opponent off. Not really for the attack bonus, but more for the speed bonus to double my speed so I can outspeed mainly the Aerodactyl. And I don't get the full para, but he misses the Leaf Storm, which is really unfortunate. But in the end, it doesn't make that much of a difference because Lucario still would have ended this game. So Icicle Spear is going to be able to finish him off with just one shot. And he's going to bring in the Aerodactyl now, which is immediately going to take 25% damage. And I outspeed this thing now, even though it's that fast. I'm like base 120, or not base, my speed is like 120, 122, something like that. So double, it's like 240, which is, I think the highest Mega Attack can go is 222. So I'm able to take him out. I mean, I did get kind of lucky, but in the end it didn't matter because I'm positive Mega Lucario could have finished off the Superior with a close combat, and then the Aerodactyl with a Bullet Punch. That's kind of what I started doing at the end, was setting myself up to win. And we got pretty lucky at the beginning with the paralysis. Thundurus came through big time. But, I mean, my opponent did get somewhat too. Taking out that Abomasnow was a big deal, because, especially in 2 shots before it could even do anything. So, it kind of went back and forth. But I got the better end of the luck. I'm not going to lie, I got more luck than my opponent. But, I mean, it looked like it was going to be a clean 6-0 win, but my opponent did a good job coming back. He took out the Abomasnow. Fortress didn't even touch the field, and the Thundurus. So, all in all, a good battle. I really enjoyed it. I felt like my opponent had a nice team full of some nice Pokemon, some interesting Pokemon. So, that's going to be it for this video. If you guys want to have a 6v6 battle with me, let me know. I'm open to do it. I think I'm going to be switching around some members of the team, changing some things up a little bit, maybe even creating a completely new team. But that's going to be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.